Hey folks, how you doing? I'm not out here to play victim or pretend to be the best gig worker on YouTube. I want to bring up some facts here with some numbers in my marketplace. And what this does is it brings up a lot of questions about content being put out there on both sides. Whether you're pushing for laws or you're pushing motivation, better yourself, whatever. It raises questions with all this. What if I was to tell you, now, these are facts. These are numbers based on a marketplace. What if I was to tell you everything out here was bullshit? But then again, it's a point of view of how you look at it. And good debaters out here, they can debate their way out of anything, even if they may be wrong. Now, I want to talk about this marketplace and then get into other things. These numbers have showed me, and you are what your market is. In my case, I would like to make a bigger statement saying that about all markets. I can only talk about my market, but if I was to listen to some of this content out here, it has no relevancy to me. It kind of does on one hand, but it don't on the other. These numbers right here blur the line between fact and fiction and reality and not reality. But I want to talk about a $22 an hour market average. Folks, this is on DoorDash right here. This goes on for 2 years. And for 3 months out of last year, I'm going to tell you something about that too, where gig work in this market, like I said, it blurs the line between fact and fiction. So we have a $22 an hour marketplace average on DoorDash. So what I know is everything we've been told not to do or to do, it doesn't matter. The algorithm in this market is strictly set. All right, so let's go over some numbers. I'll talk about some other things. It definitely makes me look at all this out here in a different way. And if one market is algorithmically set on DoorDash, there has to be more. So these gig companies, these engineers, if they're watching any YouTube out here, they have to be laughing. They have to be laughing because these markets, there has to be boundaries. There has to be a boundary on it in the engineering so the drivers don't run away. Now, we have content out here where only a point in time is being shown. I've seen some content lately, $30 hours, $250 days. That is a point in time, but there's a point in time before that, what led up to that, what happened after that. So you got $22 an hour market average. You can get past this, but are you really getting past it? Because it's running an average. You think you're on I think I'm on now I got to keep this to my market in my experience. What I think is a high is an average across the board. What I think is a low is an average across the board. Does that make sense? So here's this 8 weeks. This goes on for 52 weeks, folks. And actually, most of the months last year. And I tried another experiment of multi-apping. And it turned out just about the same as this $22 an hour market average. With the multi-apping, it drove down the hourly rate on DoorDash to 20. I got other orders on other apps like Uber and Grubhub. The highs seemed higher and the lows lower, but the average was still the same across and a little more miles. So if you got more miles, you're spending more gas. So here, this is DoorDash strictly. Hey, if you're a DoorDash driver and you're just running DoorDash, you can, if you're just running DoorDash, no other app, you can figure out a market average. Now this is as a platinum driver. I'm not pushing that or saying to do that. Find out who you are as a gig worker and don't let anyone influence you. You have to do what makes you the most money. If you can find it, I hope you can do that. The reason I had to go to platinum was because the market, it destroyed the market. I was cherry picking before that. 2 years ago when this came into effect, the cherry picking died. So I had to do something. But I don't have to explain that. Do you? So we have a $22 an hour market average. So there's a way to figure out an hourly average at the end of every week. Earnings. Divide it by your dash time. You get a per hour. Well, dash time ain't earned by time. Actually, it is. It's earned by real time. From when you log into the app to when you turn it off. It's the most reliable or way to tell time. It's earned per offer, but it's dash time. It's real time. It's all time from log in to log out. So you earn up all these 8 weeks. 8 weeks here, 7,272.78. You divide that by all this dash time added up for 8 weeks. 322.05. 22.5. There's another way. You get 22.5. Add up all your... Now you can figure out a per hour rate by taking your earnings divided by your dash time. You get a per hour rate. Add all these per hour rates up. 180 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 22.5. Split it. Split the earnings. Here's the last month. 4151.98. Add up your dash time for 4 weeks. 184.9. 22.4. Split the add all these per hour rates. You get 90.8. 22.7. Algorithmic control, folks. This goes on all year. You cannot deny numbers. So what's this tell me? It tells me my opinion of what's going on out here. It's all... I'm not buying any of it. But then this goes into other things we're told out here. Target high-end restaurants. Dash during peak times. Lunch. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Dash during peak hours. Folks, for the last year, this is everything. Dash during peak hours, dash all night long, from 11 till 7 in the morning. It don't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter. The market is algorithmically set for me in this marketplace. And I know other drivers in this specific market. 3 other ones, we've talked about it. It's set. It is set. So this brings a lot of things that raises questions. There's a long list of them. I mean, what if I was to tell you, and this fits right into this, and I'm not saying do this. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's set. You can take a no-tip order. You can decline a no-tip order. It still comes out the same. You can speed to your drop-off. Or you can do the speed limit. It comes out the same. You can wait 10 minutes at a restaurant or and unassign the order. Or you can wait 20 and pick it up. It still comes out the same. All right, let's get into, there's talk of a AR glitch out here, an acceptance rate glitch that increases your AR. That in this market, you could increase your AR and not do the work to be a platinum driver. You could increase your AR to never take no tip orders. But you're not beating this set algorithm here. You can't beat this. So this goes into transparency, removal of metrics. You can't beat this. Removal of metrics and transparency will help you make better decisions. It will not beat this set algorithm. This is set. It's engineered in. If there's one market, there has to be more. How come this has never, ever been brought up out here? Because it's one big show out here. It's all about, bigger runaway earnings, tips and tricks, glossy thumbnails, clickbait titles. That's money over the truth. $4,000 weeks, $700 days. If you're a DoorDash driver, try this. If you're doing it full time, you might be surprised at what you figure out. I understand there are markets out here that aren't sustainable. I do understand that. I'm not going to be the guy that puts myself above other drivers. Your market, that is what you have to work with. Either it's okay, it's crap, or it's good. There ain't no bettering yourself with this. And like I said, multi-apping wasn't much different. It took away from the $22 per hour average, took it down to 20, but got other orders on other apps, and it averaged about the same. You are what your market is, folks, in my opinion. But this raises a lot of questions. Do I look at gig content different? Oh, definitely. Do I think these companies are laughing at some of these guys out here? Oh, without a doubt. Happy New Year.